watching this, that means I made it out alive.
But for real though, I just got out of quarantine, and this is just a little bit to show you the 14 days that I spent and kind of what I got up to, even though, as you can imagine, it wasn't really very much. And I don't mean quarantine like social distancing, because I don't know if it's just me, but I have seen loads of people making videos saying, "My life, quarantine edition," and they put on their mask and they go outside and they go to the grocery store and they go like hang out with their friends with a mask on. That is not quarantine. I've been here in this building, going nowhere, doing nothing else. So yeah, I hope you enjoy it. The beginning is a little bit long-winded, but don't worry, as the days go on, the clips get shorter because I have less and less to say. So bear with me, and I hope you enjoy it. Alright, so it's Monday, it's about noon, and this is the start of day 4. So I actually got here on Thursday at noon, this past Thursday, the 22nd. And so that means, like, Friday at noon would be 24 hours, Saturday at noon would be 2 days, Sunday 3 days, and so on. So this is, this must be the start of my 5th day. I don't know. I'm doing well, but the time has sort of just flown. That's why this is the first time that I'm checking in with you guys, and I am sorry about that. The first few days kind of just like went way over my head. The first day was entirely just unpacking and getting a new phone number for myself, and just talking to all my family here and my family back home and letting them know that I had arrived safely. I made another video, and yeah, so other than that, the past couple of days and today, I've been just doing a lot of reading and writing. I do have a bit of a scratchy throat, but I haven't had any other symptoms besides that, and I have not had a fever, I've not had a headache, I haven't felt sick, I haven't had difficulty breathing, so hopefully it stays this way. As far as things that I've needed to get done during quarantine, I actually am starting to get a little anxious because, like I said, the time has totally flown. And there were a bunch of things I was planning on doing with my time. And it looks like I'll be able to get through most of them, if not all of them. But I'm still a little worried that I'm going to run out of time with only 10 days left. What I need to do, and what I have been working on doing, is applying for my NHS number, which basically means registering with a GP here in town, which is the equivalent of a doctor's office for everybody back in America. And I've been able to do that online for the most part. I also need to get a national insurance number, which is basically the equivalent of Social Security. The problem is, I called their application line, basically, because you need to apply to get it. And they told me that applications were closed. You can't get a national insurance number right now if you don't already have one, unless you're on disability and you need to file for like government benefits or something. And I also don't qualify for unemployment, so I don't have a reason to get one right now, which is frustrating because most of the jobs and the programs that I'm looking at online require you to submit a national insurance number. They say there's a way around this, and I was looking at the list of other documentation that can replace the national insurance number for now because the applications are closed, and I don't have any of those either. And I don't think I can get them without a national insurance number. So hopefully, my passport will be okay for now, because it is a passport for the UK, it's a British passport. The only other thing that I've been able to do so far is apply for a bank account. And I tried to apply for a little bit better of a bank account than I probably deserve, so in a couple days that should be rejected, and I should be able to apply for a more basic one that doesn't give me any good benefits. So we'll see how that comes back, but basically that's all I've been up to. And it probably doesn't sound like a lot, but that plus sleeping and trying to keep organized and just making myself food and the day-to-day things, it actually is taking up quite a bit of my time. And I have been talking to my friends and family like constantly. There's not a single person back in America that I have not talked to. It's actually been really, really nice. I've spoken to every single one of my friends, whether it's over text or calls. It's kind of crazy how the time just totally flies when I talk to people. I think last night I spent probably 6 hours straight on the phone before I went to bed. That was only 2 different conversations. So you know who you are. But yeah, it's been really good. So far I'm doing okay. It's a little frustrating that I can't get outside to run around, literally run. The weather's been pretty good. Sometimes it's pouring rain and sometimes it's nice and sunny. That's it for the first few days of my quarantine, and I will check back in with you hopefully tomorrow. Okay, it's day 6, and well, the start of it. And I thought I would be doing worse, honestly. I mean, not bad, but I just thought I would be bored. I thought I would be way too anxious to get outside and go places, and I'm not. Honestly, that's pretty much all I have to say. Yesterday, I got a letter, because, you know, I really like writing letters and getting letters, so I got a letter and I wrote one back. I won't be able to send it, at least by myself, I won't be able to send it for a little while, but it gave me something to do, so that was really fun. Other than that, I basically just did a lot of reading, and I watched the finale of MasterChef, and the person who I thought would win did, so yeah. Not much going on other than that. I'm learning that I'm really bad at quiz shows, so that's fun. I'll keep you updated. Honestly, the only thing I'm even remotely nervous about is the fact that maybe the lack of physical activity is gonna catch up with me, but at least I'm walking up and down the stairs a lot to the top floor. But that's really all I have going on right now, so yeah, so far so good. So, start of day 7. Basically all that's new is I watched Bake Off last night. I'm really missing having my ukulele around because, as you know, I started playing that at home during coronavirus, and this was fun. I had to take a psychometric test for something that I'm applying for here, and if you don't know what those are, you should look it up, and if you're bored, or if maybe even if you just want to test your mind a little bit, they're actually really, really fun. They're just a series of pretty challenging, like, mental, maybe not puzzles so much, but kind of just to check how quick you are. Like spotting the differences between 2 strings of letters, or equations will flash past and you have to say which one you saw was largest, or just little chains of logic that you have to follow. So that I actually really liked. It kept me entertained, but unfortunately the test was only it was timed, so it was only 15 minutes long or so. But yeah, it was a fun 15 minutes, and that is all I have going on for now. I've been so busy. Oh my god. Okay, I skipped a day, so it's day 8. I have less than a week to go. I'm over halfway through, and I am running out of time. I'm not gonna be done with everything that I wanted to be done with by the time I get out of here. The past 2 days has just been almost constant research into the job that I'm applying for and phone calls for the job that I'm applying for. So that's literally all I have to say. That's it. So it's November, officially, and my quarantine ends on Thursday. And on Thursday, the country goes into lockdown. But you know what? That's okay. At least it'll go from this to this, plus I can go outside and run. And go to the grocery store and pick out my own food. So, small improvements. But really, that means that once I get out of here, all you're gonna get is just videos of me walking around town. because I won't be able to go to any other towns or cities. So my tourism life is gone. Or at least your chance to tour with me. So yeah, I'm sorry about that. But everything else is going perfectly fine. I've basically just been watching TV. And my interviews have been going alright too. Some of you I already told about kind of like the funny exchange I had with the interviewer, and some of you were like, what? They shouldn't be allowed to ask that. But I promise I understood why it was necessary, and maybe in the future, if things work out, you might too. Basically, I have a plan for post-quarantine life. It's gonna take a few months to actually set in, if it even does work out. So I'll really have to keep you updated. But yeah, it should be good. I hope you guys are doing well. I'm doing fine. And honestly, the rest of my clips are probably gonna be exactly like this for the last 4 days. I only have 4 days left. So I'm done. I know I didn't check in with you guys, and I'm really sorry. I think I let a few days go by, and during those few days I was just watching Netflix and doing jigsaw puzzles, so there was really nothing to add. The days just flew by. I was kind of just hanging out and trying to get things done online and trying to do some things that I thought were fun. And I think I'm gonna make a separate video of things that I actually did during quarantine that I think would help other people get through quarantine. So if you find yourself having to actually isolate inside without a lot of other people around or by yourself, then some things that I did that I thought would help or made the days pass a little better. But overall, it was really a totally fine experience. And I know that's probably the most boring thing I could say, but it was totally, absolutely fine. So now I'm about to head out to the grocery store, and I'll get my first real look at the town since, I visited before, but, since I've moved here, I haven't gotten to see very many things at all, except for the view out my window. So, yeah, I'm excited, and I'm still doing well, and my quarantine is over. So I hope that you're all doing well back at home, and I'll see you in the next one. Oh, and by the way, the police were supposed to come and check on me because I filled out a form with the government when I got here and told them exactly where I was going to quarantine, and they had been checking other people just down the road, but they never came to check on me. So I'm hoping they don't do it while I'm out of the grocery store, because I've completed my 14 sets of 24 hours, and I'm hoping that it doesn't technically extend through the rest of today. So, fingers crossed. But yeah, I thought it was super odd they never even came to make sure that I was doing what I was supposed to be doing. So, yep. That's it.